Hello guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to be ripping files like models, textures, and cutscenes from the Batman uh, arcade game. If you're looking for sounds, they're already on the sounds resource. I'll put a link to it in the description. So if you want to rip movies, this is what you gotta do. So you enter the movies folder and it'll have all the movies or all the cutscenes of the game, but they'll all be in this .big format. Now, if you want to just look at them, you can use Big Player, which just opens them, but you can't actually convert them or anything. So there's a cutscene of a bus or whatever. If you wanted to do something like the intro. So like that. And there's also many online converters of bigs. There's lots of things that you could do online. Just look up big to MP4 or big to AVI or whatever, and you'll find a program. So I'm gonna leave that to you guys. For the next parts, you could see, I'll show you. So in order to rip the textures, this is probably going to be actually, I'll show you how to rip models first. So for ripping models, you'll need to use Ninja Ripper. Now, if you're not getting, so if you don't know how to even run the game in the first place, I'll tell you. So you get the files. I will not put them in description because, reasons. So you'll get the files, right? And then you'll want this emulator called TechnoParrot. And then with TechnoParrot, you can run the game, and there's lots of tutorials about that. So pretty much you just get Ninja Ripper. I put the Ninja Ripper ripping stuff in here and in the TechnoParrot just to be sure, and it worked pretty well. I could rip the 3D models just fine. There's some weird ones in there, like buildings are usually not good, but some of the characters I've ripped and I could put in Unity. So that's just that. But let's get to the textures because that's one of the hardest things to rip if you don't know how to do it. Here's one of the online big to MP4 things in case you want to see that. So I use Hex Editor because it's a free online hex editor. I highly recommend it. Pretty helpful, especially for this. This is the number one thing you want to use. Okay, so you also need a program called Quick BMS. Many rippers have probably heard of this program before. I'll put a link to it in the description so you guys can see it. Alright. Here's one of my old Ninja Ripper output folders. Alright, so you'll need Quick BMS, right? And then you'll need to make this BMS script right here. I'll put this in the description so you can see how to do it. So just copy this if it's in the description, or just write it down now. Okay. So you'll need to use Quick BMS, and then you'll need to use this script. I've already done it, so I don't want to do it again because it takes a little while. So you'll need to use this. You'll open Quick BMS. It'll ask for the script. Pick this one. Then, when it asks for the file, you'll go to your Batman file directory, and then you'll click Zeus11.lux, and then make a new folder, and then put your stuff, put the output in there. So this is where I put it, my output folder. You'll notice, I think that the names and the file types are mixed, but because they're all anim4 is the name, and then their file type is like battering 97, or so there's all sorts of stuff. But you could go through this. It probably has lots of cool stuff if you look through it, but I haven't looked through it too much. But let's go ahead and get to the textures. So pretty much all the textures will have a txtr2 file name. I went ahead and grabbed all of them and I put them in this textures folder here. So they all have texture2 with tons and tons of file types. So how do you open this many different file types? Well, this is where the Hex Editor comes in. So you'll want to go to your games, Batman, your output folder, and then my texture folder. It might not be in your texture folder, but wherever the textures are. And then you'll want to pick one of these files, whatever one you want to open. So let's see. We'll try a fuse box of all things. Okay, so in the texture file, you'll have all these, and then you'll have this DDS right here. So pretty much this file is actually a DDS file, but it's got this tiny bit of encryption in the front. So what you'll want to do is you'll want a hex editor that could delete bytes. If your hex editor can't delete bytes, then I would recommend using this one. So in this one, you just hit delete, and you keep deleting and deleting until you get to DDS. There, now you're at DDS. Now hit export. Now it's still not a DDS yet, so what you'll want to do is you'll want to change this to whatever name. So it was fuse box, and then put .dds. Yeah, hit yes, and now you have successfully ripped the fuse box from the game. You could do this with every single texture and convert it to DDS. This will work very well in Unity and pretty well in Blender as well. So even though some parts of it may look wrong in the image, as soon as you use it in a 3D program, it'll look right immediately. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, here's some other ones down here. So this is a shark from the game as well. And here's some store signs. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. And then, yep, here's the Joker, although it looks a bit messed up, but it looks really good in a 3D program. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like this. Please like and subscribe.